Are you under 30 with $20,000 to invest? Congratulations. It's a little scary out there, isn't it? We're going to talk about some of the safest, smartest moves you can make with your money today that can help you provide for a tax-free retirement. Hi, I'm Mark McKay.
And I'm Marcy McKay.
And welcome to Sage Smart Solutions, where you can join us every day. Every day?
Not every day.
Join us every day. We'll probably post 3 or 4 times a week. And you can learn new, exciting ways to protect your assets and retire tax-free. So, where would you put, if you were 26 years old, and this is actually, this has come up recently, so it's something I was working on. Where do you go today?
$20,000 is a big chunk of change.
And a lot of your standard people would say, well, you max out your Roth, you make sure and these people have a home. They've been in a house for a couple of years. They've actually got some equity in it already, but.
Well, if you put all your money in a Roth IRA, you've got market risk, advisor fees, and you're really severely limiting.
That's true.
A
Roth IRA is not an investment. It's a type of an account. So when people say, what do you put your money in? You say, okay, well, go put it in a Roth IRA. That's meaningless advice. Okay, you could have bought Enron in your Roth IRA. I bet these millennials don't know what Enron is.
It's scary. He just scared you, and you don't know.
What was the Judd Apatow movie? The Adam McKay?
Don't Look Up?
No. About the market crash. Anyway, lots of scary market stuff happened before your time.
I feel like we're playing charades.
2001, 2008. I vaguely remember the 1987 crash. I was in college. I didn't really care, but
it didn't affect
us. Let's go. All right. So we're going to look at this in 2 different scenarios. One would be if it was like a retirement account. If a lot of times when people come to us with their 401k and they're making a job move and they want to do something with it and forget it, this would be that type of a move. Obviously, we wouldn't do this with a retirement account or an IRA, but we could. But we have someone who's 26 years old. They have $20,000 in the bank, earning 0.6% taxable. So they're getting a 1099 each year because their $20,000 is making 0.6%.
Yeah.
They don't spend the money. We're not recommending they spend it. We're recommending they move it, keep it under their control, but put it to work.
Right.
And 0.6% taxable is not to work. So what happens if we apply
26 years old, they already own a home. Invest $20,000.
What if we put it into the Sage Smart solution one time, leave it alone, let it sit there. They're not getting a 1099 each year as like you do with your mutual fund accounts when it has capital gains and dividends.
No advisor fees.
You're not getting advisor fees. You're not paying premiums. You're not getting bills on anything.
They're not connected to the volatility of the stock
market. So let's see
market.
what happens if, what do we say, 26?
15 years later.
No, we're going to do the one time.
Okay.
26 years old. Put $20,000 in and leave it till retirement.
Okay.
So at 65, they can pull out $76,200 a year tax-free.
Okay. Say that again.
$76,000. This is starting at age 65.
Right.
So
$76,200 a year.
Tax-free. So that means you would have to pull out probably 100, who knows what taxes will be at that point, but probably $120,000 a year from your IRA to get, not from your Roth IRA, but from your 401k, your 429, not 429, but one of your tax deferred accounts. You're going to have to pull out well over $100,000 to have the same effect. And we can set this up so it can provide that throughout your retirement.
So let's do that. Okay, in their mid-20s, they invest the $20,000. What about for their 15-year anniversary?
I just want to summarize the set it and forget it.
Okay.
We put $20,000. It provides them with $76,000 a year at retirement, tax-free. That equals this one move, moving $20,000 today, provides a value to you, your family, your kids, your spouse of $2.42 million.
Yeah.
You're 26 years old, and you have the opportunity to generate $2.42 million without a lot of stock market, without any stock market risk. So,
right.
All right, so
To protect your
that's
family.
great, but life happens.
Right.
Maybe your kid turns out to be the 10th best tennis player in the world. Somebody did a great article, and it was actually on the 100th best tennis player in the world. And it cost them millions of dollars to raise this child.
Right.
With, there were a lot of private camps, but let's say that you decide you want to touch some of this money.
Right.
To spend time with your beautiful children and your beautiful spouse, and let the family go out and experience this beautiful world.
So you've cranked these out before. This couple.
So give me the scenario that you were looking at.
So on their 15-year anniversary, so they were 26 when they got married. When they're 31.
41.
41. Wait, 26.
You really think?
Oh yeah, 41. So
41's the new 31 in Marcy's mind, but 55's the new 35.
So 41, what could they do for their 15th anniversary? You already, it popped up.
There, they could take out
$24,500 for a European vacation.
So they made the same $20,000 move at the age 26. They're 41. They've been married for 15 years. They decide to celebrate. Their kids are all old enough to enjoy a big family vacation. They take out $24,500 tax-free. That's the other great thing, because as you're considering, should we go have this special family time,
right,
you don't have to worry about, the government increased the marginal tax rate. If we touch this money, we're going to have to pay taxes on it. Oh, the market just went down 37%. Do we really want to sell this to go to Disney World?
Yeah.
Or is it the Europe? Which one are we doing first?
That one was Europe.
That was Europe?
Yep. So then, 3 years later, when they're 44, they can pull out $15,000 from the Sage Smart solution and take the kids to Disney World. So $15,000 to go play at the Magic Kingdom. How awesome does that sound? And their
you write a check.
Is still making money.
That's an excellent point. that you don't have to draw down your principal in order to benefit from it. So we put $20,000 in our 20s. In our 40s, we've already pulled out $40,000. I never caught that before. And it's still growing. And we haven't gotten a tax bill. We haven't gotten a premium bill. What do we do next?
So on their 25th anniversary, they are able to pull out $100,000 while still making money, but pull out $100,000 to pay for their daughter's college education and her wedding.
So picture this. How old are we now? In our early 50s?
Right.
You've got wedding expenses, college expenses, taxes are due on all the other money that you've got.
Right.
And you know what you do? You say, hey, honey, and that's, I didn't want to be sexist. Honey, take the Sage Smart checkbook, put $100,000 into the money market fund, and just cover it from that.
Right.
No taxes are due. You don't have to worry about the timing of it. You just pulled $100,000 out tax free, and the rest of your money continues to grow.
Right. And
it grows so much on this
right,
account.
At the time of retirement, they are able to pull out over $60,000 each year.
And it's not even normal
year.
retirement. That's at age 55. They can
right,
start supplementing. We talked about how they pulled out 100.
Right. If they wanted to retire, they could do that.
Well, or maybe they just want to start driving around, spending time with their kids, and
right,
taking everybody on trips every year.
$60,000
tax
per year,
free.
Yeah.
So.
To not stress about what's Social Security going to do, what are taxes. I mean, they were able when they were 26 to set it and forget it. This investment is drama free, and it makes money and helps you do things that add to quality of life.
The predictability, the stability,
right.
and the fact that you are able to earn a decent rate of return without stock market risk gives you a permission slip not only to spend some of this money, but to spend some of your other assets.
Right.
Because if you know that this is going to be here and it's mathematical and we can look at a spreadsheet and say, okay, this is what we know we're going to have.
Right.
It makes you can go enjoy your time with your family without guilt.
Well, and here's the other biggie that we haven't touched on. All the while at retirement now, they have over $1 million in life insurance.
And I don't even like to think about
family.
life insurance.
Right.
This is an autocomplete feature of this solution.
Right.
So if something happens to you in your 30s or your 40s, it auto-completes. This, it's actually in the earlier years, it's several $1 million will just take care of everything. Tax-free.
From a $20,000 investment. So
let us put together a personalized plan. These numbers will vary depending on your age, your time frame, your requirements. But we can show you specifically what it would look like for you or your kids. This makes an excellent wedding. We're going to do a special
graduation present, birthday present.
I'm going to show
whatever.
everyone the Sage fly rod that Marcy gave me, for which I've used probably as much as anything in my life. But man, it'd be nice if we'd. Anyway, let us show you how this can work for you. I know it's scary out there. We've got inflation. We got the market goes up 3% one day. We got oil goes up $10 one day, down 20 the next day. If you haven't lived through a sustained bear market, look it up on YouTube. Anyway, thank you for taking time. Please like and subscribe and join us back as we learn new ways to protect your assets and retire tax-free.